morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful, if warm, Thursday, June 16th. How you doing? My name is Bruce Dickey, joined alongside today by Bill Shrode. Bill is an amateur radio
operator.
Would we call you a professional or anything like that?
No, we can't do that.
Because you don't get paid?
We don't get paid.
Well, that's fine. He's an amateur radio operator, and we're going to talk today about, I'm going to call it ham radio.
Call it ham radio.
You're going to get angry if I get angry if I call it ham radio.
No, I said I don't want to talk about what the term.
Oh, okay. Well,
we beat that to death.
We have beaten that to death, even though it's been 3 years since he's been here. Bill remembers the last time he was here, and he was telling me all about it. And whereas I was saying, I'm going to ask you the same darn questions. I did pull two photos. We'll show during the day. So.
Okay.
There's about ham radio. But yeah, you're watching Big Talk here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me tell you a little bit about a few events taking place here today on this Thursday, June 16th. You are off the camera, so go ahead and feel free to do whatever you want to do over there, Bill. This is Thursday, June 16th, tonight over in Salem at the Evergreen Christian Church. They are having their heyday, having a big old heyday VBS over there. It's a light meal they're going to serve with the program. 5:30 this evening will be the light meal, and then they're going to start the program at 6, finish up at 8:30, so you get a little bit of a meal for your kids. If you want more information, you can give them a call over there at the Evergreen Christian Church at 548-4438. What else going on today locally up in Effingham? Actually, a couple of things up in Effingham. This is at Pinky's out there on the lake. They're going to have a band up there. It'll be at 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock this evening. Kick off the summer at Pinky's on Lake Sarah with Not Petty. This is a Tom Petty tribute duo. 2 hours of all your favorite Tom Petty tunes, and then some on tonight, Thursday, June 16th. But the big story, now the big deal tonight up at Lake Sarah, Moccasin Creek Festival getting underway. Our good friend Bill Poss will have the gang all getting started tonight. They're going to go from tonight to Sunday afternoon with bands and shows, big, good bands coming in from out of the area. Moccasin Creek Festival, of course, is an annual 4-day music festival. This is probably their 8th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th festival, one or the other. It will celebrate the arts and crafts as well. For details on this, you can go to MoccasинCreekFestival.com online, and easy access to tickets there. The schedule today, at 4 o'clock this afternoon, the doors will open, and then they'll have. It's only the shady stage on tonight. They don't have the main stage going, so they got the big shade stage going. Matt Kulig starts at 5:30, 6:30 Time to Kill. Annie McHugh will be at 7:50, 9 o'clock. The big deal tonight, Chicago Farmer. And then One-Way Traffic at 10, Charlie Roth and Friends at 11. A full night of action up at the Moccasin Creek Festival. I urge you, folks. I'm going to be there on Saturday. I can't make it tonight or tomorrow night, but I plan to be up there on Saturday and hopefully see some Robbie folks. That ought to be a lot of fun. What else is going on today? I wonder if I got that fixed. I did. Today is National Fudge Day. National Fudge Day falls on every June 16th. This comes around each year, allowing you to indulge in your favorite flavor of this delicious confectionery. Some of the most familiar fudge flavors: chocolate nut, peanut butter, maple nut, as well as all kinds of other ones. What is your favorite fudge, or do you have one?
I'm a straight chocolate man myself.
Are you?
Yeah. The darker, the better.
I like that too. If somebody's just going to have some piece of chocolate fudge, and then actually over the years I don't eat nearly as much fudge as I
don't either, but
it's all right. By the way, where do you think fudge began? This is fudge lends itself to experimentation, many flavors. I'm asking you a question so I give you time to think about it.
Okay.
It did start in the United States, late 19th century.
I want to say Michigan or something.
What makes you think that?
I don't know. Just seems like I've run into a lot of fudge places in Michigan.
Ladies and gentlemen, give Bill a round of applause. In the late 19th century, some shops on Mackinac Island in Michigan began to produce similar products as actually Vassar College over in New York started and sold it to become to summer vacationers. And fudge is still made. Some of the original shops are up there located on Mackinac Island. I've never been to Mackinac Island, but
I was but a wee tyke the last time I was there.
Oh, really? Yeah. So you weren't driving a car?
No.
Nobody drives a car apparently on Mackinac Island.
They've got horse carriages and stuff like that.
They don't permit cars on there. So there you go. How do you want to celebrate National Fudge Day? Well, of course you just pick up some fudge from your confectionery and there you go. Way to celebrate it. What else is going on today? I got to tell you, folks, I could not come up with anything else, so I had to go back a couple of days since we didn't have a show on Tuesday. I figured I'd better talk a little bit about what happened then. Of course, Tuesday was National Flag Day. It honored Old Glory, commemorated the adoption of the United States flag on June 14th. 1777. Holiday is a day that Americans show respect for the United States flag and what it represents. There is a fella, now you would know this, you would probably know this better than most. There's a fella around here that I guess he's doing it for I don't know why he's doing it. He puts the American flag out upside down.
It's a distress signal.
It's a distress signal on ships. Right.
Yes.
So why would you do that on your home? I mean, are you just...
Maybe there's something wrong and he'd like somebody to come find out.
Well, that's possibly true. I think he's making a political statement, to tell you the truth, because he's got a Confederate flag underneath it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
let's don't get into that.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that. I'll just get angry thinking
especially
about
around these parts.
Yeah, I just would get angry. Oh yeah, but since 1777, the design of the flag has been officially modified 26 times. And for 47 years, the 48-star flag was in effect. Then in 1959, the 49-star became official for a year. President Eisenhower ordered the 50-star flag in August of 1959. That was when Hawaii became our final state. The current design of the flags, current design of the stars was designed by a 17-year-old from Ohio. He designed the 50-star flag. He was one of more than 1,500 designs that were submitted to the President Eisenhower, and that's a good one, actually. I think that is a pretty good design.
Very symmetrical.
Very symmetrical, 5 and 6 stars around like that. That looks pretty good. In May of 1916, Woodrow Wilson issued the proclamation deeming June 14th as Flag Day. He stated, "It's the anniversary of the day upon which the flag of the United States was adopted by the Congress as the emblem of the Union. On that day, rededicate ourselves to the nation and one and inseparable." There you go. One other thing, folks, that was also from June 14th, happened to be 2 years earlier. You're on the radio from time to time. You probably know the other thing from June 14th. This was 2 days ago.
Yeah, I know what you. And I can't think of
Army's birthday.
That's it.
The formation of the Army. So happy 247th birthday. of the United States Army, defending liberty. Some different ways to observe the Army's birthday. Share memories of your military service in the Army. Buy an Army veteran a meal or a drink. I need to do that. My father-in-law was a member of the United States Army. I need to go give him some appreciation. He is a Vietnam veteran, so I need to do something. Exercise your right to vote, raise the Army colors at your home or business, and all that could have been done 2 days ago. Sorry about that. I'm late. I feel bad.
Now, I did vote on Monday.
Did you? Oh, so you've already voted?
Yes, I've already voted.
I wait till the end, man.
Because normally I'm in the precinct,
Oh,
so
you're working.
I get that done, but I'm not doing that this year because of the...
Well, yeah. But, see, that makes a ton of sense, since you're going to have to work. Okay, well, I see that. So, so that makes a lot of sense. What else is going on today, folks, on this Thursday? What do you want to see on television? Well, we're going to have Major League Baseball today. The Padres are at the Cubs. Joe Musgrove versus to be determined for Chicago. That's a 1:20 today on Marquee, Channel 597. Tonight, a couple of games on MLB Network. Tampa is at New York. Drew Rasmussen versus Luis Severino. That's on MLB Channel 599. That one will be followed by the Angels at the Mariners. Shohei Ohtani versus George Kirby at 9:10. NBA Finals tonight, Game 6. The Golden State Warriors are in Boston. Golden State leads 3-2. They can finish off the Celtics tonight. I don't like Celtics. And just one other thing I'll tell you about hockey on the Stanley Cup Final starts on Wednesday. Game 2 is on Saturday. So that is Bill Shrode. I am Bruce Dickey. We are going to talk about amateur radio, ham radio, right after these words. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, folks. We are just discussing the fibers.
Yes.
We're trying to get fiber to Bill's house right now is what we're trying to do. And we're going
State of the infrastructure.
That's right. The state of the infrastructure.
And it's in a poor state.
That's what I hear.
No.
That's what I hear. We'll get there as soon as we can, Bill. That's the hope. So we do appreciate you tuning in here to Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey today. My guest is Bill Shrode. We're going to talk about the Ham Radio Field Day that is coming up soon. Tell me.
Yes.
What are you here for?
What am I here for?
What's coming up?
What's coming up is the end of June,
Yes.
as per usual,
Yes.
except for the last 2 years when we had stuff in the way, like COVID and whatnot. June 25th and 26th, we are having Amateur Radio Field Day, which is a national event,
Really?
United States and Canada,
Okay.
mainly. But
The other amateurs around the world don't participate in
they
this?
participate in it, but they're not officially. I can't say contesters because it's not a contest, but
Okay.
it is.
We'll get into that. It's not a contest. Oh, sure it's not, Bill.
It's not.
Okay. It's an exhibition.
It's an exhibition.
No
it's
wagering.
it's an exercise.
Yeah, that's right.
Where we go out, and many of us go out and set up like we're in an emergency situation.
Uh-huh.
We run off of batteries. We throw antennas up in trees. We do whatever. We go to city parks. We go out in the woods by ourselves. We go to all kinds of places.
This is a lot of fun.
It is.
Actually, and we've had. I'm having fun with him. You've done this in Parkersburg over the years. It's not there this year.
No, it's not there this year. It hasn't been there for the last couple of years. There was
you didn't have one the last
Well,
year.
yeah, there has been a change in venue and a change in club participation.
Okay.
A lot of what was the Alney Club have joined up with the Flora Club.
Oh, really?
And they are going to be at the Alney City Park, i.e. the fairgrounds.
It seemed like the last time you were here, we were talking about that. That was kind of the early part of the conglomeration of the two. Of the two clubs,
there was some changes in management between the two
Sure.
clubs.
Yeah, as there would be.
And so what was originally the club that carried a lot of people from Alney and Mount Carmel and Lawrenceville and places like that, they're all part of the Mount Carmel Club now, which is largely EMA down there, the EMA group.
The emergency
management, yes.
Yeah.
And their exercise will actually be at the EMA Emergency Operations Center.
We'll tell everybody where the exercise is going to take place because you've got several different clubs involved here, don't you?
Yeah, I've got 5, I think.
You got 5. Let's talk about ham radio.
Okay.
How does one get involved? What is the if I'm wondering about getting involved? Well, I guess my first question would be, what is it?
Ham radio is the part of the spectrum that anybody can operate in, communicate voice, pictures, data. There's all kinds of ways to use it.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't realize that. I guess I didn't realize that the folks used it for pictures.
Yeah, there's the lower band stuff, the shortwave band stuff. You can send still pictures.
Okay.
When you get up into UHF, which is up next to where the TV channels
Yeah.
used to be,
Yeah.
you can send actual old-fashioned television.
Wow. Hey, let me see that, by the way. Let's move that so folks can get the idea of what we're talking about. It's our signage for today.
I haven't been a prop manager for years. So.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you were a prop manager. So you would have known. You should have known, being a former prop manager, not to have a glowing sheet on the front
Well,
of it because it hits the light.
I just wanted to do that so it wouldn't get tore up and you can take it out if you want.
No, that's all right.
But no, ham radio is a federally licensed program. There are 3 levels of licenses. There's technician, general, and extra. There used to be like 6, and they've consolidated.
Did they just put all the rest of them in extra?
No. Actually, well, I'm not going to go into that
I'm
because
kind of confused what general and extra. That sounds like it'd be the same thing.
Okay, well, as a technician, you have very limited privileges.
Okay.
And you have limited power on some of the privileges.
Okay.
Okay.
You're an instructor.
I'm an instructor.
So
And a volunteer examiner. I can give the tests.
Are you a generalist then?
I'm an extra.
Okay.
I have all the privileges that they give us, which means all of the band space that we have available I can utilize.
Okay.
Okay, between general and extra, there's a little bit of reduction in general of what you can do on which bands and how far you can go.
Yeah.
But you have all the power privileges, you have all the operating privileges for modes and all that stuff. So.
All right. I'm going to ask you a question, and then we're going to take a break. We'll answer the question after the break.
Okay.
How different is this from Citizens Band? The reason I asked a Citizens Band was,
Well, first of all, you have to have a license.
you have to have a license.
You have to take an exam to get that license. The exam.
I said we were going to answer it after the break.
Okay. Well, I'll hold the rest of it if you want me to.
I would appreciate that. That's Bill Shrode. He's going to get up and leave here pretty shortly. As he's getting frustrated with me because I keep asking all kinds of questions. I'm going to ask all kinds of more questions, and we're going to talk about this quite a bit more because this is a real fun hobby for folks, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We'll be back right after this. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I've got Bill Shrode back in a sec. Schrode Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full service center and fuel injection shop. Schrode Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Schrode Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Schrode rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Schrode has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Schrode Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, midwestfarmco.com.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal in hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm sitting next to Bill Shrode, and we are talking about the annual Ham Radio Field Day coming up on the 25th and 26th.
Yes.
All right, 25th and 26th, and we'll tell you more details about that for several different places here in a little bit. But we were talking about amateur radio and the difference between CB radio and you were telling me the difference between ham radio and CB radio.
Like I said before, you have to have a license to get into ham radio. It is a federally issued license.
Yeah.
You have to take a test for that license. The test has to be proctored by several amateurs.
Oh, by you?
Well, me and 2 other people.
Really?
Yes, you have to
You
have.
got to have 3 proctors?
I got to have 3 proctors there.
Is it open book?
No.
That's not cool.
We try. Well, you and I talked about you getting
Yes,
at
we
least
did
a technician
talk about,
license at one time.
We talked about me getting a technician's license, and then we looked at it,
And then you can play with one of these.
I know it, and we looked at it, and there were a lot of electricity stuff.
Because the
involved.
radio you can talk to is right on the water tower down the street here. You know.
Really?
Yes. There's a ham repeater down there.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, all right, go ahead and continue.
But of course, as you advance, the exams get a little more beefy, if you will.
Yeah.
Once you get to the general level, you're now into the nuts and bolts of how radios work
Yeah.
and how propagation, getting the signal from here to there works and all that sort of thing. And then the extra is just, we'll call it icing on the cake. That gets you into microwave and stuff
so
like
you're
that.
you're at the top level.
Yeah, I'm at the top.
Okay, technician is first. I misunderstood. See, that's what I couldn't tell. Which one was top? Which one? You had to know
Technicians
the most
first,
for.
then
Okay,
general, and
I
then
see. I get
extra.
you. Okay, yeah, technician is the one that I washed out on. Somehow,
It's only 35 questions,
really.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a pretty good test taker.
and it's multiple choice.
That is even better. That's wonderful.
You know the theory behind multiple choice. You got a 50-50 chance
no, there's usually 4.
most of the time. Yeah, but there's 2 of them that if you actually read the material.
Well, you see, now you're getting into other things. All right. How did before I ask how did amateur radio start? Tell me why do folks still need it in 2022?
Well, our logo, if you will, in amateur radio is when all else fails. Cell phones,
Yeah,
wired phones,
yeah.
the electrical grid, et cetera, you know.
You're
But
still there.
We're still there. 12 volt battery and a hunk of wire in a tree, we're there.
And and this has happened.
Yes, it has. It's happening in Texas right now, as a matter
Really?
of fact. And probably
They're losing cell service in Texas.
that's usually one of, they're going to hate me for this, but it's true. That's usually one of the first services that drops out.
Really?
Sometimes just from overloading of people trying to get connected,
Yeah.
And sometimes because the towers get messed up in foul weather and things like that. Let's see, what have we got? We got wildfires going on out west. There's a lot of ham radio participation in that.
Well, that's probably, they're out west. They've got, like you say, the wildfires, but you've got different stations
Yes.
having to report, and there aren't cell towers usually in a lot of those
No.
areas.
No. And what's the big one this week? Yellowstone.
Yellowstone's
And
got the river.
And they're flooding and all
Yeah.
of that. There's probably a lot of stuff that was knocked out there.
Did you see the house fall into the river?
Yeah, I
yesterday?
saw that clip.
That looked extremely dangerous. I guess they had already hopefully evacuated.
Yeah, they had
everyone.
evacuated. That was what was it listed as? A residence for the park workers or
was it?
something. Yeah.
My wife watched that. The reason I bring that up, my wife watched it, says, boy, those people are going on a ride. I said, I really, really doubt it.
It made it about 8 miles and then it went under.
Is that how far I went?
That's the last thing I saw, yeah.
I never saw it. So, but what you're telling me is, out there in Yellowstone right now, there are probably amateur radio operators that are reporting, telling folks, hey, this is what's going on out here. This is bad.
Yeah, that's probably, I haven't seen anything on any of my email channels where people have been called up to serve, but I imagine there's some of it going on.
People getting called up to serve, you mean they'll call up amateur radio operators
Yes,
to go
there is
help out?
there is a division. There is a program in amateur radio called Auxcom, which I am an Auxcom leader. Studied under Department of Homeland Security and whatnot, and that's also part of ARES, Amateur Radio Emergency Service, which I am the emergency coordinator for Richland County.
Oh, really?
And we can be called in to say, hey, we need backup communications, we need health and welfare communications between shelters and stuff like that, so.
You have you ever been called in?
No, I haven't.
That's a good thing.
They will usually call people with additional backgrounds. For instance, the
Health backgrounds or something.
the club in Mount Vernon, Illinois, has been called in several times. They were called down to Louisiana,
Definitely for a hurricane.
and New York, I think twice, because they are EMA, most of them. So they double duty type of thing. But
good for them. Good to be made useful, I guess.
Yeah.
By the way, you can see here on Bill's hat, as well as on his shirt, you've got the KC9 TFD. What is that, and what does that denote? Really?
That is my call sign.
That is your call sign.
I am the only person in the world that can have that call sign.
So if somebody
if you Google KC9 TFD, you will get me.
Are you serious?
Or the FCC record of me, one of the two.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
How many ham radio operators, amateur radio operators are there? How many different call signs would there be? Do you know?
Well, if you count, clubs can have an individual call sign. You can have a specialty call sign for an event. The individuals call signs. There's probably few 100,000 of them floating around out there. There's over roughly 180,000 ham operators in the country.
Does U.S. have more than anybody else?
I think we're about even with maybe Japan or someplace. I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
There are some different countries that are into it to an extent more than others.
Yes.
Yeah. That's Bill Shrode. I'm Bruce Dickey. We're going to come back and talk more about the field day coming up on the 25th and 26th, as well as he's going to show me how to operate, and we might call somebody. Can we?
Well, we can try and call somebody.
Well, you said there's a tower right by.
Well, that doesn't mean anybody's listening to it.
That's probably true. Or it doesn't mean anybody's watching either today.
Right. Yeah. You know how that goes.
I do know how that goes. You're watching Big Talk, back right after this. Do stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't die that long ago. 2004?
I just read it a while back. I think it's before that.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I have Bill Shrode here. We're talking about the ham operator field day. If you want to know more, you see the ARRL.org number on the field day drum that I have here. That I appreciate all the work that Bill did putting that together. That was very
I try.
He did. It's very cool. I'm just pulling your lariat. Let's talk a little bit. How did ham radio get going? Did amateur radio start before commercial radio? Because I was on a radio station for many moons, many years, and
actually,
you guys beat me to it. Huh?
Commercial radio started out as ham radio,
really,
more or less. It was all experimental until
somebody decided to put a baseball game.
Yeah, somebody decided. Well, actually, presidential election, I think, was the first thing, or a prize fight, one of the two.
Oh, really?
But no, the actual beginnings can be traced back to the Titanic.
How so?
Well, because of that situation, maritime communications regulations then required 24-hour radio watch.
Okay.
Because they weren't checking the radio all night.
I was gonna say, wasn't there something in the Titanic where they didn't get as much help as they hoped because there was people turned off their radios at midnight
that was basically the situation.
Is that right?
Yes.
What happened?
And then maritime law changed, and they said you're going to listen to radio all night. Blah blah blah. Now that was back in the days of the spark sets, as we called them.
Yeah.
Basically, the same as the ignition in your car. Okay, but you put a code key in the middle of it, and you make pulses in Morse code of that noise, which is literally what it was noise.
So folks were at that point. It was basically an unsquelched, but you were hearing dots and dashes and through the squelcher.
Yeah, through the quiet of the nothing going on, you'd hear a, and literally that's what it sounds like. I tried to build one a while back. I'm still working on it. But
how long does it take to build? Longer.
I have to come up with a motor drive for that.
That's when you talk about it being a starter, like your car starter, your engine. I mean, your starter, your old starters basically turned to crank.
Right. But
the ones of the electrical starters back in the 80s, and I know because I had to replace one, it's basically a cranking system too.
Yes. And then, of course, the old, I want to say commutator, and that's not right. The old distributor, moves the sparks around. Well, you're only trying to create one spark.
You only need one to hit.
Yeah, right.
You need one to fire.
But so that's one of my garage projects that I work on.
I told you that I did have a picture or two. So let's tell me now. If the Titanic was in 1912, I believe this picture is from World War I, and it looks like they've got is that a little radio set down there behind the back of the truck?
No, that would probably be the spark generator.
Really?
Yeah, that would probably be the rotational converter or whatever you want to call it.
To power the radio in the back of the truck?
To actually make the noise that they're pressing the key to make the Morse code, because the antennas, you can barely see the insulators on top of the truck.
Yeah.
For the wire antenna.
Yeah, okay.
But that would be what I would guess would be down there, would be the rotational converter to make the juice that's going through the spark gap.
Well, that's just fascinating to me. Who are some folks who the folks might recognize?
Well, there's Marconi.
Well, yeah. People are going to recognize Marconi, but what other famous amateur radio operator?
Oh, you're talking.
What other famous amateur?
The other list. Well, let's see. Gene Shepard, A Christmas Story.
Now, okay. Gene Shepard, an author, lived about 80 years old or something like that. He was a very famous children's author.
Yes.
Now, have you ever talked to any of these people, any of these famous people?
No.
Maybe
There's a couple of times I think I may have heard Joe Walsh, but I didn't get through to him.
Wait a minute, which Joe Walsh are we talking about? There's two.
The Eagles.
No kidding.
He's a ham operator. He does a lot of public service stuff for amateur radio from
Joe
time to time.
Walsh is an amateur operator.
Joe Walsh is an amateur.
So wait a second.
Ronnie Millsap is an amateur radio operator.
Ronnie Millsap?
Yes.
How does he see the who he's talking to?
I imagine he probably works in Morse code a lot.
I would think so. Not back to Joe Walsh.
Yes.
For a second.
Yes.
I did not know Joe Walsh. Do you realize that had you spoken with Joe Walsh, you're basically, has he been able to talk his brother-in-law into being an amateur radio operator?
I don't know.
Do you know who his brother-in-law is? Ringo Starr.
Oh, no, I don't have any record of Ringo being a ham radio operator.
But that'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Actually, talking to Joe Walsh would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, who else?
Let's see. Chet Atkins, Patty Lovelace, Burl Ives.
No kidding.
Who was born and raised up the road
Hunt
here a
City
piece.
up
Yes.
there. Yeah.
Who else have I got? Arthur Godfrey, Walter Cronkite, Hugh Downs, Marlon Brando.
Wait a second. Time out. Marlon Brando was an amateur radio. I bet you that led to some confusing messages. I'm serious.
I don't know where to go with that.
Can you imagine? Well, you're right though. He lived in Tahiti for so many years of his life.
Probably the only connection he could get.
It might have been the only connection he was, because he lived in Tahiti before they had good phone service. Probably.
They still have missionaries that use ham radio all the time.
Do they really?
In various places, yes. And almost every astronaut on the space station has a ham license.
Is that right?
Yes. And you can talk to the space station when you can catch them. Or if
I was going to say, do they ever? Do they ever like set a time where they'll say, "Hey, we're going to get on ham radio"?
They do have event days or hours or whatever, and of course they got to be passing over. There is a program that schools and other organizations can get involved with ham radio operators, and they will set up so that a class can come and talk to the space station.
This leads me to my next question. Had you caught Joe Walsh, and he basically introduces himself by his KC9 TFD name, whatever Joe Walsh's number is. What's Joe Walsh's number? Do you have?
WB6ACU.
WB6ACU. If you catch that one out there, will he have a conversation? Is the typical ham radio transmission with another person in particular? Is it conversational? Is it just checking in the weather?
If you're sitting rag chewing, it's conversational most of the time. If you're doing contesting, it's usually my call sign, your call sign, I'm here, you're there, and
write that down.
And a code of how the signals are received on both ends.
Oh, okay.
There's a 3-digit code that we use.
Means how well it's being.
How clear the signal is, how
I copy 010 or I copy
599 is the top end.
The top end is 599. What's the worst? Still legible.
Probably 3.67 or something like that.
Sounds like my credit rating. we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to tell everybody where to go for these field days.
Watch it.
Yeah. We're going to tell everybody. Yeah, that's right. Back right after this on Big Talk. We'll be back in a sec.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash and Catch TV. Bill Shrode is here. He's the ham radio expert. He's the extra, is what he is. And we're talking about there are field days coming up on the 25th and 26th. Tell me a little bit about where folks can find more information. If you don't go to the ARRL.org, you can go to one of these field days and learn a lot, can't you?
Yes, you can. The Old Post Amateur Radio Society over in Knox County, Indiana, just across the river.
Vincennes.
Yes, Vincennes.
Area.
They will be at the WEP Asphalt, that's WEP Asphalt location, 19800 Illinois 33 in Lawrenceville, Illinois, technically.
Why would the Vincennes organization go to Lawrenceville? Too many trees?
They got a lot of members there, and
okay.
Actually, I think it's the vice president that owns WEP Asphalt. So his big parking lot is available.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, they will.
You kind of need a big area, big space for all these people to
for setting up antennas. Yeah, they take up real estate. I'll give you that. They're going to try and set up at 5 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday the 23rd or Friday, which is the rain date. And they will be operating from 1 p.m. on the 25th to 1 p.m. on the 26th. And actually, field day is from 1 p.m. on the 25th
Eastern.
to 1 p.m. on the 26th.
Eastern.
Local time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it varies.
So it varies depending on where you are.
Okay.
Clockwise.
Yeah,
But,
I see.
National Trail Amateur Radio Club in Effingham will be setting up at 722 East Cumberland Road in Altamont. That's a fairgrounds up
That's
there.
the
I think.
fairgrounds,
That's
yeah.
the fairgrounds, yeah. And they will be there presumably both the 25th and the 26th.
Okay.
Clay County Amateur Radio Club from right down the road here.
Right.
They will, from Flora, will be in the Olney City Park Fairgrounds, Illinois 130 and West Street. That's across from Rural King.
That's right where the It's not really across from Rural King.
Well, give or take.
That's a little bit north or south of Rural King.
Yeah.
A little bit south, because I'll be playing. I got a concert there on Wednesday night.
Ah, well. Then you might see somebody running around with a spool of wire trying to figure out what they're doing.
Yeah.
The Radio Amateur Downstate Illinois organization, Radio of Wabash County, will be operating out of the Wabash County Emergency Management Office at 930 and a half North Market Street in Mount Carmel from 1 p.m. on the 25th.
Not a whole lot of room there. I guess they got the parking lot. Isn't that
well, they
isn't
just
that by
had
City Hall?
Actually, they just had some new antennas put up.
Isn't that by City Hall in Mount Carmel? 930.
No, it's down the road.
Is it?
It's down there behind the liquor store.
North of it?
Off
or
of
south?
Market Street.
Yeah, okay.
North of it.
Okay.
But they have that.
I didn't realize they had a big open spot out there.
Yeah, that is their emergency operations center. That is a good one to go to if you want to see the nuts and bolts of your emergency management teams. And the Amateur Radio Club of Mount Vernon, Illinois, ARCOM, will be setting up and operating at the Mount Vernon Outland Airport located on Illinois Route 15 east of Mount Vernon. They will set up and begin operating on the 25th and operate through the 26th, weather permitting, because they're going to be outside.
Well, now this is 10 days away, and actually, I'm pretty sure the heat is supposed to break by next weekend.
Yeah, it's supposed to. Well, actually, we're supposed to get some rain this week, last I heard from our people.
Let's hope for that.
Me and the National Weather Service. You know.
Well, you and your friends at the...
My friends in Paducah and Lincoln. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's cool. So there are different times. And are these times available on the ARRL?
Yeah, there is a section on the ARRL website, Amateur Radio Relay League, just in case you wanted to know, called Field Day Locator.
Field Day Locator.
And you can put in cities, states, whatever, and you will get a map that will give you points to look for.
All right. Let's scoot that down a little bit. Let's get me on the radio.
So let's see if we can get the radio to do anything.
But well, let's first of all show people what this is. Now, this is a typical setup, right?
This is a typical. You can start doing this when you've got a technician license.
Okay.
This is a dual band. Actually, this one's a tri-band HT handheld transceiver.
Now, are there most often? Do people use this, or is it like the CB, where is the occasional bass at somebody's home?
Oh, I've got bass radios.
You've got
much bigger,
and that's much bigger, but that's also more powerful and better antenna.
Yes. This one goes up to like 5 watts.
Oh, okay.
Top end, and I'm trying to hit.
There may not be anybody out there close enough to hear us today.
Well, I'm trying to.
And we're also inside a building.
Yeah,
right?
Yes, with a lot of steel in it.
There's a lot of steel in the building, and there are probably a few other radio wavelengths going on. Like I've got in my ear, I suspect that's a radio wavelength.
Ah, I can hit the repeater. Okay, let's see what we get here. KC9 TFD listening. AI9F, KC9 TFD.
Are we breaking FCC rules right now?
No.
We're not?
No.
I didn't know if there was...
I'm trying to call Alan. You remember Alan?
Yeah.
AI9F, KC9 TFD.
He may be drinking his coffee or something right now.
He's kind of hard to pin down because since he has an executive position, he's kind of all over with meetings and clubs and whatnot.
Ken, now, if say you've got...
Nothing heard, KC9 TFD, clear.
So that means you just, signed off?
Yeah.
Who's that?
I don't know. Say again your call sign. We're recording for Wabash TV here.
And call was Kilo Charlie 9, November Papa Japan. I'm just south of Johnsonville, Illinois.
How about that?
Well, fine business. You say we're coming in good off the handheld, right?
Well, I'm in Mobile, so I'm putting out about 50 watts to you off a little quarter wave antenna, but yeah, you're making the trip through the repeater. Sounds good. Full scale signal down here.
Well, hang on just a second, and I'll turn you over to the host here for a minute.
Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here, talking to you. Where are you calling from, you say? How about that? You a Wabash customer? You a Wabash customer? Are you gonna be able to watch or listen to yourself on TV tomorrow? Have them turn to channel 100 tomorrow morning. It'll be about 9:50 or 9:55 or so. We've got Bill here all day talking, or all morning, from 9 to 10, and they'll be able to catch you on the radio about 9:55. Well, we appreciate you listening to us out there. Thanks very much.
Thank you much for the comeback. We're getting ready to close the show here, so thanks much. We'll talk at you down the log. KC9 TFD clear.
How about that? That's pretty cool. So
anything else I can do for you?
That's really pretty cool. Had we been on the outside, we probably could have talked. How far would a device like that reach?
Well, talking to the repeater, it's good for about probably 40, 50 miles on a good day.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, not the radio itself, but the repeater that we're talking through. See, we're talking to a radio that's transmitting at a higher power.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
This one by itself, 5-6 miles.
How much, if I was wanting to get involved in amateur radio, what kind of investment am I talking about?
Well, you can get foreign-built radios that are a little more economical than these for $50.
Oh, really?
This one here is this one was about $350, but it does a little more than those do.
How long you had that one?
I've had that one since I got licensed in 2010.
Oh, no kidding. So the radios, they last as long as you take care of them, I guess.
Yes.
What's the oldest radio you think you've ever seen?
I've got, oh heavens, I've probably got one that's 30 or 40 years old.
There was a 60-year-old piece of equipment that I saw an advertisement for, and I took the snapshot of the advertisement. Here, I'll show you before we go off the air.
Okay.
This was the Model 12. Was replaced by the Model 15.
Yeah, actually, the second piece in the stack behind her.
Yeah.
That is a Hammerland multi-band receiver, and those go for a pretty good price when they're
well, it's a 60-year-old picture, so it's probably back in the day. That was probably top of the line, Bill.
Yeah, it was.
All right, folks. The field day is it's Saturday the 25th and 26th. Bill, thank you so much.
Anytime.
Become an amateur radio operator. It's a lot of fun. I've got good friends that are. Bill, thank you very much.
You can call me if you'd want information. It's 618-442-7718 is the number to call, and I can give you
442-7718.
I can give you information on licensing and everything.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.